Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about how to package a party game as a digital product. Now before we get started, don't forget to grab my 27 planner prompt guide for $27 and start creating your own digital planners, worksheets, and printable products faster. The link will be listed in the description box below. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so this weekend I had a client who wanted to create a game board, Jeopardy board for their bachelorette party. And I asked her just to give me a few of the details, like her color scheme, how does she want to create the board, what kind of materials was she going to use. And I took all that information and I loaded it into ChatGPT and came up with the prompt. And this is what I got. Um, from that prompt. So that means I got a bride trivia, love story, wedding traditions, girls' night out, and pop the bubbly. So just with that bit of information, I was able to create a complete bifold board for her bachelorette party that she can use. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we actually did that. And after I got that information, I was actually able to come up with even more ideas for her. So let's get into it. Okay, so if you would like to create a board like this, make sure you call it Bachelorette Trivia. We don't want to use Jeopardy because that is a licensed name, so we really can't use that. This was just something that she wanted to do personally for herself because I am not selling anything with that name on it. That is on her and how she creates it. But I'm telling you guys that if you want to create this as a digital product, be sure to put Bachelorette Trivia and not Jeopardy, okay? So here's the party game kit, and with the party game kit, it also gave me a Cricut build plan. So it's a budget friendly, print ready event game that you can build, sell, or use for a girls' night that feels planned and not just thrown together. So if you didn't want to do a bachelor type theme, you can do whatever theme you want. It could be a girls' night out, someone's graduation, newly divorced, um, uh, someone that is having a baby, whatever you choose to do, you can set up your trivia boards the way you want, okay? Now, like I said, when I started giving her this information, I thought, wow, she has the board, but how is she going to know how to create this? So I went back into ChatGPT and I said, hey, look, these are the materials that she already had. So I wanted to see what she was working with, what kind of machines she had to use this, to create this board, and I wanted for ChatGPT to give me as much information as possible. So what I got from them was a main supply list. I also got a Cricut material list, a decorative supply list, okay, and what the Cricut will do to create the the items. So basically, it would tell you exactly what items were going to be created by that Cricut and what other things you had to do outside of the Cricut. And basically, it told me right here the estimated Cricut contribution was going to be 70 to 80%. So the majority of her creations was going to come from her using her Cricut machine. I also asked her to give me a budget shopping list and to give me places like Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Dollar General, Amazon, and Michaels. And it did that for the budget, and then the recommended supply list for the Cricut, anything that I needed to get out of those stores or online, and it also gives me a build order that tells you how to start, like what do you do for the background, what do you do next, and just a step-by-step build order, which I thought was really creative and something that they would be able to do. Okay, so here's the easy version. The brand voice shift gives you less clutter, more done for you kit. It's clear, it's helpful, and it's easy enough for a beginner to follow. So if this person was doing this from scratch and this was their very first time, this guide would help them to follow through with creating this on their own. So like I said, it gave me the supplies, the Cricut plan, the trivia questions, which I'm going to show you next, as well as the answer key, and then the build guide. So let's keep moving. The supply list, buy smart, then make it pretty. Start with the discount stores first. Use craft stores only for the pieces that need to look polished. Now, this is basically telling me how this board was set up and how detailed it was. So the board base, it will tell you everything you can get it, every store you can get it from, as well as Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, and Walmart, and so forth. Okay? The Cricut plan, let the machines do the repeat work. The Cricut plan is going to create, like I said, 80 to 70%, but you still have to assemble everything, which is fine because it's going to tell you that you want to assemble your pearl trim, your rhinestones, and the details. Now, because it just gave me a short detail list, what I think that I would do was actually go back in and have ChatGPT to give me a complete step-by-step guide for that client so that they'll know exactly what to do. Paint the background this color. Add this next. Start your Cricut cutouts. Have those cutouts so that you can be able to do everything at one time. That will give them so much more confidence and ease and help them to create their product much quicker, and it would give you more value to your digital product. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, and this is more information about the build order. Make it clean before you make it cute. Okay, the product seller, no, rename is something more generic like bachelorette trivia board if you plan to package it as a digital product, just like I explained to you earlier. Always be sure that when you package anything that you don't use um, company names that are licensed. Like someone might want a Monopoly board, and you could just call it a board game, but don't sell it as Monopoly. Now, if they want to put Monopoly on it when they begin their creation, that's on them. But to keep yourself safe, always use game board, trivia board, things of that nature, things that are a little more generic, but that won't get you in trouble, okay? Now, this right here was the Jeopardy trivia questions, and it gave you trivia questions for your bride, the love story, the wedding tradition, the girls' night, and the bubbly. And one of the questions, just to give you an idea what ChatGPT gave me, it was what two ingredients make a mimosa? I'm sure you would know that. But then the $500 question was, what does brut mean on a sparkling wine label? I don't know about you, but I don't know the answer to that. Here is the good thing. Even though you have the trivia questions, you can also have your answers printed on cards so that you can have the answers. Trivia questions, I had 25 trivia questions in 5 different categories, okay? So here was the answer. Now that one said dry. Let me go back and look at that. Oh, so brut means dry. Didn't know that. I did not know that. So here's the answer key. So you would also deliver them the answer key. Chocolate covered strawberries, Atlanta, Georgia. Girls just want to have fun. Orange juice and champagne is what's in a mimosa, and brut means dry. So that's the answer key that you can offer them. So basically, you're going to be giving them the complete after of the design board, a bifold board if that's what they're using, a complete shopping list, and like I said, I didn't do that part of the detailed step-by-step instructions. Like they did give you the basic steps of getting started, but I would print out a step-by-step instruction to help them to execute their plan on creating that board. Then you give them the questions for their board, or whatever, trivia questions, answer keys, everything that they need. And you can also add to it by giving them things like to add to your digital product, maybe food labels or blank cards where they can write the name of the different type of food that they're going to use. So what you would basically do is have ChatGPT use the same design but make it in a blank form to make cards that they can use to label their foods with, or you can also make labels to go on their shot glasses, things of that nature. The thoughts and the possibility are endless. And if you guys, let me know in the comments section if you guys are interested in knowing how to turn this into more digital products that you can sell as a package, as a gaming package for party events. Please leave a comment in the description and I'll make a video of that. Or if you want to see another type of game being created, let me know that as well, okay? Okay, so the answer key, like I said, it gave me the answer key, everything I needed as far as that was concerned. So you can basically have the answer key printed out this way if you want, or you can have it printed out into smaller cards. To me, I think this would be so much easier, but it depends upon what you're looking for and how you want it done, okay? Package it like a product, not a one-off board. This is how you will turn that idea into everything. You're gonna make sure you have a cover list, a supply list, a Cricut cut list, the question cards, the answer key, the board mock-up, the build instructions, and a Canva version in case they wanna make it edible. And I've been working with that a little bit. I haven't mastered that yet. I was able to do the some of the images as a not images but the text as a markup, uh edible markup to do in Canva, but I'm going to still be working on that to see if I can master the prompt for that, and I haven't done that quite yet, but I will definitely do that. Still be working on that, but like I said, please leave a question below if you want to see any other kind of boards created or you have an idea of a board that you might want to see. So the final look is it's cute, it's organized, and it's easy to host. I think this is a great product to sell. What makes it feel finished is that it's consistent category labels, clean point value cards, a clear center grid, matching decorations, layered title areas, and it's host ready with questions and answers. So you can turn this party ideas into a ready to sell game kit. Okay? So, like I said, guys, leave a question down below if you want to see me turn this into more digital products that you can use to sell as a complete gaming package. And don't forget to grab my 27 planner prop guide for $27. And that link will be in the description box as well as in the comment section down below. I'll see you next time on the next video. Bye, guys.